What's going on, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel fans? It's your boy Cat Life here, bringing another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video. And today we are in the Duelist Cup, and I'm going to be showing you how I easily reached level 20 playing Altergeist. Now, it is going to be replays as I was playing mostly when I was laying down. So I was kind of tired at the time because I went to a party last night, but this is the deck that we have. Now we start off with 3 Altergeist Meloseeks. So if you don't understand what this deck does, it's really simple. You just kind of control what's going on the field, and then you have like the silk that can bounce cards back. You also have the protocol, which allows you to activate any of your monster's effects without being affected while this card is flipped face up. Your personal spoofing, it allows you to shuffle your cards, so go ahead and grab another Altergeist card to your hand. And then finally, we have the Unstoppable Secret Village. And this is the biggest reason I built this deck, is just so I can go ahead and not go against Runics and deal with them. Especially if we go first, we get this on the field. Runics kind of just scoop because they can't activate any spell cards unless they end up summoning like an Availer, and that's going to just get bounced back if I'm being honest. So anyways, guys, this is what we have. Like I said, 3 Meloseeks, 3 Marinettas, 2 Silks, 1 Pukari, and then finally 1 Konkari, with the last being Multi-Faker. I can see why this card is basically semi-limited. This card is like really good. But anyways, guys, thank you all. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. We're almost on our way to, I think, what is it, like 2.5k or something like that. So yeah, thank you all for supporting. I do appreciate that so much. Peace. All right, so let me show you guys why I think that this is probably one of the best decks for the Duelist Cup event. This deck easily let me hit 20. Now, I was 19 and I was playing a mixture between like Eldritch and also like Sword Soul, while also playing some Marincess, right? And every time we just kept running up against one deck, which was Runics, on our rank of the 20, no matter which deck I played. Obviously, those decks can't really do anything against Runics because Runics is simply just annoying. But as you can see, I decided, you know what, I want to build a deck so I can play Secret Village, and my chat went ahead and told me to build Altergeist. Now, I was barely able to build this, but we got it done. And as you can see, they're gonna go and try to evenly match us, and it looks like we are going to be going up against a Floowandereeze. Now, Floowandereeze is quite annoying. As you can see, they're gonna hit us with Cosmic Cyclone. Now, because I was new to this deck, right, I try to use spoofing to save my Cosmic Cyclone, but because I did that, unfortunately my card does not activate, causing me to not be able to basically negate this. So yeah, as you're gonna see, this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna go ahead and get out their Eaglin. Eaglin is going to grab Impen, and from there they're going to be sitting pretty good. Now, an interesting thing that they did is, I believe they took, I'm trying to remember if they ended up taking map or if they took trap, like unexplored winds. I'm pretty sure they ended up taking the trap card, or maybe, I don't know, I can't even remember, man. It was just kind of crazy. But okay, so yeah, they ended up taking their trap, and then they're gonna put the card face down. So at this point, I know that we can just attack with Meloseek, because Meloseek can send a card to the graveyard once it attacks directly. Now, the weird thing is that they activated the Dreaming Town early, so they summoned out their Robina, which I'm fine with. And as you can see, we're flipping a lot of cards face up. We get the skill drains. We're gonna get an infinite imperm. Obviously, I'm gonna take skill drain because skill drain completely kills Floowandereeze. And I think that's what makes this deck so good, is because they can play underneath skill drain. Like, their effects actually still activate while skill drain is activated on the field because of their trap card. However, Flunder cannot play underneath skill drain, so obviously it's not looking good for them. And so I know you're wondering, like, okay, well, Cal, how are you going to get rid of the Miss Apex Avion? And I'm about to show you. Meloseek is actually really good of a card. The fact that it can attack directly and then also bounce a card back on the field once it finishes the attack directly doing damage. You have to do damage, by the way. It's crazy. So as you can see, they're going to go ahead and negate our Meloseek with the Avion. This is going to get rid of the card. And once this card is destroyed, I can go ahead and add another Altergeist card to my hand, which is going to be the Multi-Faker. There's a reason that this card is at 2. So now, because they activated Max C, I'm not playing on special summoning. I'm going to go ahead and grab ourselves an Ash. Ash is going to be really good because it can stop basically any plays, just in case they get something off, right? As of right here, I'm going to go ahead and skill drain. And now we're going to activate the Multi-Faker. You're probably like, but skill drain's up. Well, I'm going to actually send spoofing back. Okay. So now with Multi-Faker going there, I'm going to be able to grab the Meloseek. So at this point, they cannot go ahead and basically use any of their lower level Floowandereeze cards to like basically do any other extra special summoning. As you can see, he's going to summon out the Stry. Stry is not going to be able to do what it wants to do here. Meloseek is then going to activate. We're going to grab the Marionetta, and they're just going to go ahead and attack here, and they're going to end their battle phase. Now, what was crazy is they didn't realize spoofing doesn't count as an Altergeist card, right? So at the point, because I was learning the deck, I thought that I can go ahead and summon this card because of spoofing, but this is not considered Altergeist, unfortunately, even though it is an Altergeist trap card. So therefore, we couldn't summon this to block the attack. So they could have won here off of my mistake, but because they didn't know that either, they chose not to attack there. And because if they would have attacked, their effects would have been negated all the way, but they're already negated with the skill drain. So as you can see, we're going to activate spoofing once again. This time, we're going to get the protocol. Protocol is going to allow us to activate cards now on the field with the skill drain up, and that's what makes that card so good. They're going to summon out the Robina, right? We're going to activate protocol. Protocol is now going to summon out the Multi-Faker. Multi-Faker activates, allowing us to summon out the Siliclet. Siliclet. I don't even know how to, I'm just going to call it Silk, right? And then we can bounce a card back. So as you can see, we're now going to get the Terraforming. Terraforming was going to come to the field, right? Summon out, we'll play Terraforming, and then we could grab our Secret Village. Let's get into the next one. All right. So this was match number 2. We're going to start out with the Extravagance. And then from the Extravagance, we are going to go ahead and put 4 cards set pass, link into our Link Haribo off the Meloseek. And the reason we're doing this is because we're able to grab one of our Altergeist. So we grab Multi-Faker. And the reason we're grabbing Multi-Faker is because we have all these traps face down, which is going to allow us to be able to basically summon Multi-Faker. And it looks like we are going to be going against a Labyrinth deck. They're going to go ahead and toss out the Ghastly Glitch. We're going to activate Skill Drain. I'm still not going to summon out Multi-Faker because I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Link Haribo. End that card, and I'm waiting for them to set more cards on the field. Now that I know it's at the end phase, we are going to activate Protocol. Protocol is going to allow us to play underneath Skill Drain, allow me to use Multi-Faker to summon out the Silk. Silk is going to bounce a card back, and now we have the combo. And as you can see, this is a full combo in my opinion, because we have Spoofing, we have Judgment. They are going to now activate Archfiend's Ghastly Glitch. We're going to activate Judgment. That is not going to be destroying our Skill Drain. I do not think so. And at this point, they only down to 1 trap card left in the deck because we know it's a trap. Now we can use Multi-Faker to go ahead and summon out. We're going to actually bounce back the Silk and then bounce back the Labyrinth, which is going to avoid the Dogmatic Punishment, which would then avoid the Elder Entis, which would destroyed our Skill Drain, allowing them to go ahead and scoop, which I don't blame them because we had a full setup. But let's get into the next one. All right, so once again, we are going to be starting off with a Marionetta. They're actually going to hit us with a Gamma here, and this is going to cause my card to get destroyed. At this point, I'm just going to chain Max Seeds. That's the way I could just get a draw out of this, right? And also, I wanted to see if I could bait the power of like a Ash Blossom. So at this point, it didn't feel like they had Ash. So I said, let me go Terraforming. But it looks like they had turned their activations off, which was smart, which is how they were able to go ahead and get this off. And so at this point, I know for sure I have nothing left that I can do this turn. So I just decided to keep my Imperm face up, in my hand. That way it can't be destroyed. They're just going to go follow with 2 set cards and pass, right? So now we do get the Silk in our hand. I'm gonna activate Prosperity. We're gonna toss out 6 cards. Tossing out 6 cards is always so nerve-wracking for me because it was like, I never know if they have another Ash in their hand, and usually most people do. But from here, we see that we get the Protocol. Protocol is just such a good card, man. Put 2 cards face down. We're going to attack directly, and we're going to send a card off the field to the grave, and we hit the Forbidden Droplet. Oh, man. That's really bad for them. Allow me to now go Linkuriboh. Linkuriboh will make my Meloseek activate in the graveyard, which, once again, he did have a second Ash, which was crazy because he held on to it. And the reason he did that is because he did not want me to go ahead and get another Altergeist card in my hand, which is understandable because I would have definitely went and searched for the Marinetta, which would allow me to go ahead and get what I need. Now we do get the anti-spell fragrance. I'm just going to attack with the Linkuriboh, which is going to cause them to take 300 damage. They're going to follow up now, I believe. I'm trying to remember what they end up following up with. I think just like, oh yeah, they end up Kaijuing us. So I was like, oh crap, we're playing Numerons. But then they Kaiju again to destroy our other Kaiju. So at this point, I'm not even worried because I know I can't be Kaiju'd anymore because they already have one on their field. So anyways, we draw into the Multi-Faker, which is really good. I decided to just end my turn as I don't want to bounce back their Kaiju right now, just so they can do it again. We are going to activate Protocol, summon out Multi-Faker. Multi-Faker is going to allow us to go ahead and basically activate this. But I guess he doesn't realize as long as Protocol is up on the field, we are not affected. Such a broken card, in my opinion. They're going to go ahead and scoop. And now, as you can see, we have a Silk in the hand, a Silk in the field, and a Multi-Faker. So just GG's, man. I'm telling you guys, this deck is probably the best deck to play in this event. All right, this is going to be the last match, and we are going to be going first. Once again, the coin tosses was really loving me. I'll tell you that much. Like 5 matches in a row, we went first. I know this is not going to be a good thing for an actual rank ladder climb because why would they want me to go first this much in the Duelist Cup, right? Especially when we were live on stream for 8 hours the other day. We could not go first at all. Like it was always just second turn. But it looks like we are going to be going against another Labyrinth deck. And this is like probably one of my favorite ones that I've done because we're going to activate Spoofing. We know where he put his lab card. They're going to actually ash us though, which is unfortunate. I tried to use Protocol, but then I forget that like I think Protocol has to be flipped up first before this happens, so therefore we get our stuff negated. All right, so now we end up getting a Pot of Extravagance. I can't use it though, so I'm just gonna use the Spoofing right here to go ahead and grab a new card, and we're gonna actually end up Solemn Judgmenting the Welcome Labyrinth. And look how nice his Welcome Labyrinth is, bro. That is a royal finish. Such a super nice card. Oh my gosh. But anyways, we get the Meloseek. Meloseek is gonna summon to the field. We're gonna go ahead and attack. They're gonna actually hit us with comp, bouncing us backwards. And as you can see, it's trap deck after trap deck. This is actually kind of fun because it's like no one's really being stunned by anything. We're just like back and forth. I do decide to put our Pot of Extravagance face down. And then at this point, we are going to be running into the, what's it called? A Pot of Prosperity. Now, at this point, I thought if I flipped Imperial Iron Wall, it wouldn't really help us too much. So I decided not to, right? So they are going to go ahead and get their Ariana onto the field, allowing him to do some damage. We're gonna have to just take the damage at this point. So 1600. They're then gonna send to the grave the Ice Dragon Prison with the clock, with the chandelier, allowing them to go ahead and get another Welcome Labyrinth on the field. And because I know it's there, we're going to go and activate Spoofing, grabbing the Multi-Faker, then use an Imperial Iron Wall to go ahead and get ourselves the Silk, bounce that Welcome Labyrinth back to the hand. And at this point, it's just not looking good as he has his fill spell face down because he couldn't activate it thanks to anti-spell fragrance. And I think we just end up summoning out like we were gonna summon out Meloseek, and they just scooped, man. They just couldn't do anything. So as you guys can see, this deck is like really good. It's probably the deck I hated the most until I started playing it. And I can see why people play this deck. This deck is so fun. But anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. It's been a wonderful pleasure. If you guys liked the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Peace.